Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Vucevic, and there's Carter. And it's Moon in at the 4-man position. And for the Bucks, Miles Turner out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. So, Clark, for teams that might be struggling, is it too early to start thinking about personnel moves?
In general, I would say yes, it's too early, Kevin. But if there are real chemistry issues with the team, then you've got to be willing to pull the trigger and make the move.
Now Brogdon. Turner with a screen on Thomas. Now here's Brogdon. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Moon. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got the opening field goal of the game for Milwaukee.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Here's Thomas, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
And he can't hit the second. Giannis with it. Pass to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Turner with a screen on Thomas. From deep, Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Now, here's Kuzma. Last time out, he had 13 points. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Carter on the wing. It's Thomas on the wing. 33 points last game. Count that one.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Brogdon outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fires from 14. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Kuzma against Carter. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Carter.
Even with the defense right on top of him, I mean, Vucevic maintains a nice soft touch on these inside shots, and the concentration is not to be overlooked either.
Now here's Lillard. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Kuzma outside. 6 to shoot. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And stolen by Lillard. It's deflected. Here's Moon. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Pass to Brogdon. Lillard outside. Brogdon looking around. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
He's a nightly triple-double threat, and I think Giannis is the most unguardable player in the game.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
And he makes the first. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that, Giannis. I love the Greek Freak, but I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. An attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks, 3rd best record here in the early going. And checking out Brooklyn, a game behind.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Now here's Van Vliet. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. To the wing on the left. Here's Moon. Antetokounmpo defending. Now Moon. For 3, Van Vliet. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Van Vliet has a quick trigger at the arc. He's not one to hesitate. Not when he's got a shot like that.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Brogdon kicks to Kuzma from downtown. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon.
Hey, guys, no better answer than that. Right back at you. Kuzma not taking any time getting those points back.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Vucevic. Fires from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Now Giannis. After the missed three from Vucevic, and he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Defensive foul. Vince Carter. That's his first personal foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate. And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Here's Moon. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Now, here's Brogdon. After the miss from Vucevic, and it's in there.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 5. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, following the bucket by the Nets. Outside, Antetokounmpo, over Moon. And he gets it back. Second shot opportunity. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Giannis has got 12 points in the game. Nets trail by 5. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Let's look at the numbers for Malcolm Brogdon. He's around 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 5-point game. Carter finds Van Vliet. Moon with it. Inside. The 8-footer. The rebound by Turner.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Kuzma inside. Carter on him. Kuzma passes to Lillard. Off target from 3-point range. Nets trail by 5. Shoots. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Shot from the top of the key. Yep, that one goes. Kuzma's got 5.
Slick move by Kuzma off that screen, getting the spacing needed for that shot.
Van Vliet kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Thomas. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
That free throw good from Thomas. Bucks leading by 4. Here is Lillard. He had 19 points in the win against Detroit. Beal with the block. Pass to Brooks. Outside Thomas. Here's Moon. Now Brooks. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's Thomas outside. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Jackson with it. Portis a screen on Thomas. Jackson against Thomas. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to Martin. Nets trail by 4. Thomas inside, guarded by Jackson. For 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
There's Portis. Brooklyn with the rebound. Moon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Beal. Pass to Moon. Right side, Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Lillard outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
The first one falls.
Hey, look, if you could pick anybody to take the last shot for your team, Lillard would have to be that guy. In crunch time, he is lethal.
The Nets making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Martin. Now Brooks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A slight bump on that play. Brooks just kind of shrugs it off.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Portis, following the score by Dylan Brooks. Portis finds Lillard. Pass to Williams. Moon pulls it in. Moon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. In the corner, Collins with it. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Lillard.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first. Pass to Portis. Great D that time from Martin.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Beal. Hasn't made one yet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Jones comes in for Portis, and it's Green in for Lillard. Here's Brooks. 1:39 left in the first quarter. The three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Jovic. Back to Green. Pass to Williams. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. The Nets with the lead. And Martin now top of the key. And Jones sends it back. Here's Jovic. Brooks covering. Jovic passes to Green. From deep. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's Collins with the drive. And Jones sends it back. And he recovers it. Collins, good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Green, following the bucket by the Nets. Jones with the screen on Brooks. To the inside. And taken away by Moon. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Beal. Still scoreless. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The drive by Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And what a fearless drive by Brooks, going right into the defense there and drawing the foul.
The Nets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops.
And Brooks is this team's agitator and instigator. He wants to spark the group with his energy at both ends of the floor.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Jones with the screen on Brooks. To end the cold streak, and Jovic gets it to go.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
We've got Green. He's out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Jackson is out there with Jones. And it's Huff in at the power forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Down low, here's Brooks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Dillon Brooks. Averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Bucks trail by 5. Brogdon with it. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Good on the shot.
Good trickery that time with the ball by Brogdon. Nice finish as well.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Van Vliet outside. And we're about a minute into the second quarter play.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets also making a change. Carter's checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Huff. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Huff's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Vucevic, a screen on Brogdon. Brogdon against Van Vliet. Pass to Vucevic. Over Jones. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Green passes to Brogdon. And here's Kuzma. He nails it, and we're tied up. Kuzma's got his third bucket of the night.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Outside, Martin. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Vucevic up top. Vince Carter on the wing. Guarded by Kuzma. He had a nice open look right there. Carter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Brogdon against Van Vliet. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Nets leading by 3. Martin dishes to Vucevic. Nets passing it around. Van Vliet outside. There's the 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Brogdon against Van Vliet. Good D by Brogdon. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Jones. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Nets with the lead. Martin kicks to Van Vliet. Vucevic against Jones. Vucevic to the pass to Allen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Now look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
Well, you've got to love the shot selection late. I mean, this team, the ball is finding the open man.
Giannis, he's checked in for Jones. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Van Vliet against Brogdon. Outside, Antetokounmpo. From the stripe. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Oh, Van Vliet. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. Vucevic is screen on Green. Van Vliet passes to Vucevic. Antetokounmpo with the steal. From deep, Green. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the middle, from 8. And Julius Irving, the basket on the assist by Allen. And the Nets lead by 3.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Brogdon kicks to Green. Here's Huff. Vucevic defending. Got a piece of it. Pocket 6. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And then a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. He's checked in for the Bucks. Lillard comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Bradley Beal's checked in for Fred VanVleet. It's the Nets now. Vucevic dishes to Carter. Pass to Beal. Vucevic a screen on Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic with the bucket. And it's 6 points for Vucevic.
Now that is a terrific cut to the basket by Vucevic. I mean, really excelling in the pick and roll set.
Giannis a screen on Beal. Lillard bounce pass. Antetokounmpo. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Beal. Vucevic against Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And the 7-foot frame of Vucevic creates a lot of problems, causes a lot of problems for defenders, especially when he's close to the bucket.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And the Nets making a change here. Moon's checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And, you know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
Now, here's Kuzma. 7 points in the game. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Look at Kuzma getting jiggy with the dribble move right there, shaking off the defender and getting his shot up. That is sweet.
Lillard against Beal. Fires for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Carter against Kuzma. There's Green with the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Carter the pass to Beal. Vucevic a screen on Lillard. Beal from long range. Green with the rebound. The Bucks trail. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. Beal, the pass to Carter. Here's Moon. Back to Carter. Vucevic setting the pick for Carter. Lets it go. The rebound by the Bucks.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Antetokounmpo through the contact.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
And here is Beal. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And the Bucks making a change here. Jovic is checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Thomas is checked in. And the Nets with possession here. Beal finds Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks leading by 3. Right side, Green. Turner with a screen on Beal. Here's Lillard. Pass to Jovic. Takes the 3. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now here's Thomas. Oh, the lob to Irving. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Green in the high post. Shoots over Beal. And there's Green on the assist by Jan. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Now here is Carter. 11 points for him in that last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Milwaukee's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Giannis kicks to Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Thomas for the 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Thomas got 11 points.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Turner with a screen on Beal. Beal against Lillard. On the wing, Giannis. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. And his assist numbers were tremendous.
It's the Nets now, and Giannis Antetokounmpo made that last three-pointer. To the paint. Here's Moon. Takes it off the glass. Moon's got his second basket of the night.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Turner. Back to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Turner. Here's Jovic. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Green. Moon pulls it in. Moon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Bradley Beal? How last month turned out for him? 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis comes in for Miles Turner, and it's Jackson in for Green. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Lillard, the pass to Jovic. And here's Jackson. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Not happening there. 5 misses now and 13 shots from the floor. Thomas against Jackson. Man with it. It's Thomas on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. And stolen by Portis. Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. That misses off the backboard. Nets trail by 4. Down low. And stolen by Portis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot.
Whoa! Big time! How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Brooks outside. Drills it from outside. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They are definitely shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 21. Portis a screen on Brooks. From deep, Giannis. The shot misses. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Doc Rivers. Doc, a back-and-forth affair so far. How do you pick it up in the second half?
Well, they were just a more physical team. I mean, they blew up all our actions. They got all the 50-50 balls. We got back in the game because we started doing it back at them, so that's important.
We'll see if you can keep that up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. The Warriors playing at Chase Center as they go up against the Trail Blazers. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
That sounds like a blowout.
And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
I like how they've been eating the glass. Figuratively, no one should eat glass.
Just barbecued chicken.
It's the centerpiece of healthy, balanced diet, Ernie.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Nets trail by 3. Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. We've got Fred VanVleet. Also Cam Thomas out there. Vucevic is out there with Carter, and it's Moon in at the power forward. Lillard against VanVleet. All alone. And he hits the jump shot. VanVleet's got 5 now.
It's a shot some guys don't like, but VanVleet gets it dialed in.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their order, to trust that he's setting them up for success.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Carter kicks to VanVleet. Right wing, the wide open look here for Vucevic. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Vucevic has got it all tied up now for the Nets. The Bucks shooting at 51%. Really solid. Lillard against Van Vliet. Clark, famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
First free throw is good.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Vucevic is screen on Brogdon to the inside. And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic really, he has the ability to dominate on the offensive end, and that's why he's an all-star caliber center.
Turner with a screen on Van Vliet. Van Vliet against Lillard. Now here's Giannis. Defense right on him. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Van Vliet passes to Vucevic. Outside Thomas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Here's a look at some stats for Antetokounmpo. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, getting around 24 points per, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Brogdon against Thomas. Turner with a screen on Thomas. Here's Brogdon. Here's Turner. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 13. Now Van Vliet. Vucevic setting the pick for Van Vliet. And the shot is good. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Pass to Kuzma. Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Moon's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Carter outside. Now here's Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Van Vliet right side. A rebound by the Bucks. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here is Lillard. Turner with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Lillard. Kuzma outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, Kuzma superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence, and he's got great range too.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Bucks with some changes. Jones checked in for Turner. And it's Robert Williams in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.